Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum guys. Today we are going to learn file handling with the help of OS module. As you all know that in our previous videos we have learned all the file handling basics. But today we are going to learn file handling with the help of OS module, which is advanced file handling. So here I have used OS module. Now what is OS modules? Let's check it out. The OS module in Python is used to interact with the operating system and perform file handling operations. It allows programmers to work with files and folders easily. By using the OS module, we can check if a file exists, create or remove folders, rename files, delete files, and view the current working directory. These all things we are going to cover in our videos. It also helps in managing file paths and listing all the files inside a directory. The OS module is very useful because it makes file management simple and efficient while writing Python programs. Now for using OS module, we have to import it. What is important? Why we use imports? Let's look. What is import? In Python, import is a keyword used to bring the modules or libraries into a program so we can use their functions and features. Its meaning is this, that without importing a module, we can't use its functions. First, we have to import. Otherwise, we can't use its features and functions. Now here a question begins that what is a module? So let's look. A module is a file that contains useful code written by the other programmers or built into Python. Now how to build our own modules, these all things we are going to cover in another video. It have a complete chapter. So we will look even how to make our own modules. Now let's look front. By using import, we do not need to write everything from the beginning. For example, import OS allows us to use the OS module for file and directory handling, while the import math allows us to use mathematical functions. Now what is this math? Math is another module of Python. This we will discuss in another video. It also have one complete chapter. But not in this video. In this video we will focus on OS module. The import function makes programming easier, faster, and more organized. Now let's look at which methods of OS module we are going to cover in today's video. So some methods of OS modules are os.getCVD. Its work is to get the current directory. Okay. Then os.chdir, which parameter is path that changes the current directory. And then os.mkdir, which parameter is name, it creates a new folder. Then os.rmdir, which parameter is name, which deletes an empty folder. Then os.remove file, and its parameter is file, as you all can see, which deletes a file. So these are the 5 methods which we are going to cover in today's video. So let's go toward our VS Code. So here in methods.txt, I have made a small information. I have wrote a small information about every method and even the small example of them. So let's look the first method, os.getCVD, from which we will get our current directory. So I will just copy this code and paste over here. Now look, like this we import our module. First we have to write import, then OS. Which module we have, that module name. After that I have used here that method. First I have said print os.getCVD and brackets. Brackets are important. Empty brackets. Then I will run the program. So as you all can see, here it have showed me that in which directory I am working. Now let's go towards our second method, that is chdir, and which parameter is path, which changes our current directory. So let's copy it and paste over here. So look, I have used it os dot chdir. I have wrote here that in brackets I have to write path. So first I will run the program. I will just comment it out first, then I will run our get cvt program from here. Now I want a name. For example, I want just my directory name should be users, still users. So I will copy from here. I will comment out it. And we have to write in double quotes, meaning we have to write as strings. Okay. Now I will run the program. So here the error is coming. The error is coming due to this backslash. You have to put front forward slash. Okay. So now this error will not come here, as you all can see. Now here it did have showed as the name because it just changes the name. Don't show. This output is of our first get cvd method. Now I'll just copy this get cvd method again and paste after our chdid method. Now we can look clearly the difference. Now I will run the program. So as you all can see, first the directory name was this, then now it's became till user. Okay, as we have changed. Now let's go to our other method. Our other method is very important method, that is os.mkdir, which means is creates a new folder for us and its parameter is name. Obviously if you have to create a folder, so its name is there, so that's why its parameter is name. So let's copy this program. I will cut them and paste over here. Import os is very important, and just one time we have to import os, not in every code. Okay, just one time up in one file, so we can work with our module. Now here I will write my folder name, which folder I want to make. For example, if I want to make a folder named Python, so I will write here Python. Okay, so I have wrote here Python. Now I will run the program. So as you all can see, it have made for me a folder named Python. Okay. Now there is another method similar to it, that is make dirs, which make for us nested folders. So let's look that method also. os dot make dirs. This is the method. Then now here we have to make. Now first of all I will write the name. First, for example, if I want one folder first school, then I have to write here hash, after that slash, sorry, not hash, slash. After that I will write class, then student. Okay, so here I have wrote. Now I will run this program. It will give error because make dir have again run. I have to first comment it out, otherwise it will give us error, because if the folder exists, so if we try to make it again, so it give us error. So I have just commented out for avoiding error, and I will run it. So as you all can see that it have made for me the nested folder. Now it's a VS Code update, that's why it is coming in one line, but there are different folders. For example, in school there is class folder, in class there is student folder. Let me just show you. If I will make here files, so it will get different. For example, one file, hi. In class I will make a file, so it will come to student. For example, hello. Okay, so as you all can see, these all three are different folders. In class folder there is student folder, and in school folder there is class folder, and those files. So as you all can see that it is completely properly working. Now let's go towards our other method, that is rmdir. Now if we have made a folder, so we should even know that how to delete the folder, right? So now let's look how to delete the folder. But one thing you have to note that it just delete empty folder. If folder contains of something, so it will not delete it. Okay, so let's test this method. Now I'll cut it and write over here. Now if I want that I should delete Python folder, which I have made this now, so I will write Python over here, and as you all can see that Python folder is got deleted. So this is this method, but if a folder contains anything, so it will not delete. Remember this thing. Now let's go towards our last method named remove os.remove, and which parameter is file. Okay, so now I will just copy it, cut it, and paste over here. Now I don't have any file named data.txt, so it will give obviously error because there is no file. So I will just make a file named data.txt. And remember this thing is that we have to write it as a string. Okay. Now let's look. I will run the program, and it have deleted my data.txt named file for me. And now if file contain anything, so then it will delete that file. Like if I make again the data.txt file, wait a second, enter. Now if I will write something like my name is Mariam. Okay, so now let's see that it will delete or not. So now I will run the program. So as you all can see that it have deleted. If you want to remove file, so OS module have feature to remove the file with any content, with any data, but it can't remove any folder, okay, with any data. So for this video, this much. Till next video, Allah Hafiz.